Now this sucks. That is the pipe for my kitchen drain. Coming down from the first floor into the basement. That very old coupling cracked and broke, leading into here, which soaked a lot of things here, like one of my computers and boxes of books and some old jeans for donation. But this is actually a very simple and inexpensive fix, and I'm going to show you how to do it. To begin with, these are the parts you're going to need. If you have a PVC pipe, as is pretty standard like we have here, you're going to need a length of PVC pipe and the proper diameter, in this case 1.5 inch diameter, 2 repair couplings, and then primer and cement to get everything together. So the first thing we're going to do is take this piece and measure it out. Another way to go would be to replace the 2 elbows. However, as you can see over here, have a very short connection right there going into that connection where it goes in from the outside sump, and then up here it's actually a pretty tight fit to work inside the floor joist and the mud sill to replace those elbows. So I'm just going to cut it short here and here, just under 1 inch in, so that I can get everything set together, replace that, and get rid of that coupling in the middle, which is actually not a very good idea. Okay, in any plumbing situation, construction, whatever, your joints are going to be your weakest points. So I measured out and am going to cut the old pipe about 3/4 inch from the elbow in, so that it will sit flush against that, and then when it sits like so, it's going to strengthen that. That's on both sides. And because that is a 5 foot piece that I got, I only have to cut off about that same distance right there, and that's going to give me the strength I need. And just so you know, all those parts right there, the pipe, the 2 couplings, and the cement and primer, was $11.50 at my local hardware store. I went to Menards, so that should give you a good reference for price. Got a little louder, I'm sorry, the furnace is kicked on. It's 14 degrees outside. But it is important to test fit. Very important to test fit, to make sure that you've got everything where it needs to be before you put that cement on, because once that cement's on, it's not coming off. That stuff is super strong, super fast. Okay, now that we got our test fit done, we're gonna get the primer. This will stain anything it touches, so be careful, wear some ratty clothes, what have you. We're gonna get the outside of this and the inside of the coupler. We'll go ahead and prime the couplers completely. And the furnace is finally off. I told you it was cold outside. Set that up, let that dry. It's important to note that this stuff is pretty brittle when you cut it, so you want to use a fine tooth saw. Hand saw would be preferable unless you're pretty proficient with a power tool. Have a rubber mallet handy, or a piece of cardboard. Get you set here. One here. Nice and tight. And that is going to cure while I set this side. Make it sound like a didgeridoo. Okay. Cool, nice and tight. Let me set this for a second. Climb up here. Now, this is very important if you're working in a tight quarter such as this, to not neglect getting the entire surface all the way around. If you don't, you're just wasting your time. You're not going to see it, but I'm going to slide over here to the other side without spilling this on my nice yellow Henley. And I'm going to clean this one as well. Nice. Alright. Get that sealed up nice and tight. You have a question, Gabriel?
Yeah. It's this. 56 divided by 8.
Okay.
Look at the 8 section. I don't see 56.
Well, what is multiplication? I'm helping my son with his homework at the same time and cooking dinner. That's how easy this is. What is multiplication? A fast way of...
Fast way of adding?
That's correct. So, how many times would you have to do 8 plus 8 to get to 56? Go ahead and slap the cement on this side because I'm not thinking and focusing.
5.
Now 5, what's 5 times 8?
5 times 8. 40.
That is correct. And what's 56 minus 40?
56 minus 4.
$56 minus 40. What's 6 minus 0?
6 minus 0 is 6.
And 5 minus 4 is?
1.
Correct. So your answer is?
16.
And how many times does 8 go into 16? Oh, come on, you. How many times does 8 go into 16, buddy?
Wait, what?
I said, how many times does 8 go into 16?
Wait. How many times 8 goes to 16?
How many 8s are in 16?
2.
That's right. Now we're doing this the hard way, but knowing that 8 goes into 45 times and goes into 16 2 times, how many times is that altogether? Now that I have a snug fit on that side, going
56.
to... No. What's 5 plus... What? 5 for 40, 2 for 16. 5 plus 2.
7.
Yeah, it's that easy, isn't it? So there's your answer.
7.
That's correct.
So I picked 7
You
right
put
here.
7.
Okay.
And that's how we do it in Andy Kahn's neighborhood. Yeah, I'm a dork like that. Alright, there we go. It is done. We have nice tight joints on both sides, no silly joint in the middle. I'm going to tighten up those clamps just to give some extra support because I can be pretty anal about things like that. The beeper for the oven just went off, and best of all this stuff is not going to get wet again, because that is a sure and solid repair. And you know, 12 bucks, 15 minutes, and you're all good. Hope this is helpful. See you next time.